Hey, oh, what's going on here? Job Van Dam. Job Van Dam. The whole effing show. Thanks for subscribing. Crawfographic, thanks for subscribing. Chat Mansoor asleep. Post one in the chat if you're award-winning actor William Shatner. Are you William Shatner? Chess Furs, thanks for subscribing. Arjamarco, sorry, you're around for like all these streams. I should commit your name to memory. Very excited for TEW. Get us some subs. Inside MXM. Wait, that's me. WDW Army, thanks for subscribing. We need New Jack hunting down vampires. You a fan of OSW review? It was acceptable in the 80s. Wow! Job Van Dam! Holy moly! 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, JVD. Job Van Dam for your gifted subs to Taking Shape, The Red Kid 9, Jennifer 84, Barg the Ogre, and Matty. All the stars are here. Wow. Wow is right. I will not sign up for a name. All right, let me put the links out, I guess. On all the socials, as the kids say. What's up, chat? How's it going? We're live, pal. All these references I make, sometimes I wonder if they go over people's heads. You know, the generation nowadays, the generation, because we don't even that reference I feel like is going to go over people's head. I genuinely, you know, I tweeted about these fucking wrestlers nowadays. They like to post a picture of them with somebody at the fucking meet and greet, and they're like, "Oh, look at this picture of a wrestler with a wrestler they met when they were a kid, and now they're wrestling in a ring. Isn't that amazing?" No, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I know exactly what you're doing, okay? It's not a sign of respect. It's not supposed to be a display of affection or a marker for how far you've come. No, it's 100% malicious. I'm telling you from experience. As someone who started wrestling when they were like the day they turned 18, for 10 years, I have used the fact that I'm young enough to, you know, have pictures of me wearing the t-shirts of wrestlers that I enjoyed, action figures, to make wrestlers feel old. It was not as a sign of respect. It was not to put things into perspective in a cosmic sort of way. It was to make them feel old because it entertained me and because it reminded them that I was coming for their spot. So when these motherfuckers try to do it to me, yeah, 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 yeah. You understand? It's 1000% malicious. Wembley TV, thanks for subscribing. The touching tips on Bobby's ass is it's pretty good. Gonna need a recap of what the fuck happened at Big Bang. Yeah. I guess are people wondering why Mason isn't here? I didn't even notice. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah. Flight issues? Yeah. No, actually, Mason pulled like God, what's a famous no-show story? What's that TNA pay-per-view Scott Hall didn't go to? And then Joe was like, Eric Young, get the fuck out here. What was that one? MJF. I should ask him if that was a shoot or what. Wow, we're at a level 4 hype train? Wow. Austin King of the Ring moment. The Bronami Code episode today was fire. Oh, thanks, Killer Corks. Oh yeah, there's a Bronami Code episode that came out. It's a long one, so if you're driving or something, um, or making dinner or whatever, making supper, as they say in the Northeast, uh, it's like 40 minutes of content right there. Long form video of Ricochet playing Batman Arkham Asylum, a game he chose to play because he's never played any of the Arkham games, which blew my mind. Um, Still holds up, in my opinion. A great Metroidvania. Mason and Mansoor are no longer friends. It's not that. So, boy, how do I put this? We're still okay. Yeah, this is great. We're still going to. Obviously, we're still going to be a tag team, and we're going to still do the Bronami Code. We're not going to let it kind of affect work in any way because we're professional, and that's our job, and that's what we're paid to do. Uh, but probably these inside MXM streams are probably going to be separate from now on, and probably no more inside the ride along streams or anything like that. Most likely, but I still love TEW. Oh, so satisfying. 1 second. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got a pizza in the oven. Hold on. 1 sec. 1 sec. 1 sec. Why am I putting on a headset? I'm not talking to anybody. Why did I put on a headset? Uh, what pizza brand? This is lean cuisine. This is lean cuisine pizza. It's actually the macros are crazy. It's like 5 grams of fat with like 18 grams of protein or something like that. So I shovel that shit down. 500 bits. Thanks. Show your titties. I think that's against Twitch terms of service, but it's the last day before Ramadan, so excuse me if I eat like a pig. And I do not wake up for suhoor, so I might stay up. I've stayed up for suhoor before. I've stayed up, but my water. Where's my water? Where's my fucking water? Oh man. All right. Possession of the stream is 9/10 of the law. What do you mean I'm losing it? Got some napkins? Yeah, I'm not a fucking pig, okay? Relax, all right? I have standards. Yeah. No, not a bit. He's not coming. But oh, I should wait. Hold on. I should probably tweet the link because he's not. Wow, the disgusting oven is a major callback. That is a major callback. Should I go back and read any of this? No, I don't care. Welcome to the TEW 9 stream. If you don't know what this is, Total Extreme Wrestling is a program by Grey Dog Software, developed by one Adam Ryland, who of course created the classic professional wrestling booking simulator that we all know and love, Extreme Warfare Revenge, which was a free software. It still is if you want to dip your toes into it, where you can effectively book a promotion to your heart's content and kind of like general manager mode in the old SmackDown versus Raws, or I think now they brought it back, but with more numbers, and there's no like graphics or gameplay. It's just numbers, and I love it. So what we've been doing, it is the goated time waster. I had hundreds of hours in that because I didn't pay attention in school at all. I just played EWR, and then I moved on to TEW 2006 or 10. Um, and I remember actually when I met my wife, I was playing EWR, and she'd always look over my shoulder in college, and she'd say, "What are you playing? Extreme Wedding Simulator?" She thought it said Extreme Wedding Simulator, which the acronym doesn't really even work there, but that's what she called it. She always called the games I played something like slightly off. Like I remember when I was playing Hollow Knight, she called it Bugs Life, and when I was playing Hitman, she called it Body Snatchers. And when I was playing, um, I'm trying to think. There were some good ones. Hold on, I think I wrote it down. It might be an old note. Yes, Horizon Zero Dawn. I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and she called it Zero Dark 30. uh, yeah, Zero Dark 30 was very funny. ACN, thanks for subscribing. No, this is not a 9-hour stream. I'm just I haven't talked to myself in a long time like this. This kind of solo stream situation. I don't think I've done this in years. Like since the Valentine's Day stream back in the day. I think that was like 4 years ago. If any OGs want to correct me. Um so this is TW, and what we've been doing is running WCW in 2001, right basically where it got bought out. So the fantasy scenario we're booking is Shane McMahon. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Okay. Okay. Don't worry, it was this. It fell. I had this made for my wife's Christmas present. It's us. And, not to get too morbid, but in hindsight, so when we play games, like we were playing Divinity Original Sin 2, and she was a summoner. So I thought it'd be funny if our baby was like a summoned character that she summoned. Um, but when you look at it, it kind of looks like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say. It's a little morbid. I think it's a little. You can kind of get something out of that that might not be what I want to communicate. Looks like a ghost. She looks like a ghost. The baby looks like a ghost because it's like blue. She's blue. Vic's Thunderboy, thanks for subscribing. I stopped playing Kingdom Come Deliverance to watch this, which really shows how solid the WDW product. WCW, not WDW. Fuck you, WDW. Kingdom Come Deliverance sequel came out, and I never played the original. I heard it was good. I just barely have time for things nowadays. Actually, the game that I'm playing now is called Dredge. I think it's called Dredge, and it's a fishing simulator mixed with Lovecraftian elements. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. Da baby. Anyway, this is TW9. Excuse me. And basically, what's happening in this is we're booking WCW in 2001 and trying to overcome WWF, which is hugely ahead of us. Hugely, as you can see here, they're huge. We're medium, so we're not even like we got to get to big before we can even get to fucking huge, So we got a ways to go, but we're slowly coming up, and we just had a very successful pay-per-view. We've got a cracking roster. A lot of them do crack, but we've got a cracking roster. Way too big. I mean, a very big roster of guys. Most of them we haven't even really used yet. But I would say that our top guys, we have our champions, of course, the $5,000 champion, which is Tajiri, Yoshi Hentai Tajiri. The story of this title is that it's not a title, it's just $5,000. And the idea is that every time you wrestle, you are defending the $5,000. So if you ever lose the $5,000, somebody just takes it. It's kind of like the 24/7 title. Except I think there was like a few times where the 24/7 title, like the 24/7 champion wrestled, but the title wasn't on the line, which is just the most late stage Vince WWE thing ever. And then we have the FTW championship, but it's not the ECW one. It's the For the Whales championship, which can only be contended by guys over 350 pounds. U.S. title held by Shane McMahon. Why is his name Shane McMahon? Okay. And then we have the Cruiserweight title, which is held, of course, by Sugar Shane Helms. The, the World Heavyweight title, which is held by Shane. And then the tag team titles, which are held by Malkavian and Bruja, who are vampires in a stable called the Bloodline, led by BM Punk, which stands for Blood Master Punk. And they're a bunch of Vampire the Masquerade enjoying LARPers. Chad, am I missing anything? How many McMahon? Wasn't there multiple Shane McMahon? Was there? Let me check the stables. We got 4 count. We added Lance Archer to 4 count. His name at the time was Shadow, which really popped us. When Maria Kanellis is available, we will put them together. Revenge of the Nerds, of course. Kwee Herman, Sheldon Benjamin, Sanjay Dutt, and Stacy Keebler. The Bloodlines, BM Punk, Bruja, Malkavian, and Mark Gin Dracula. The Cooperation, which is Shane McMahon, DDP, Vader, Secretariat, who is Mickey James, Slable, who is Sable, and Ted DiBiase. And then we have the Shivani's, which is like a gangster mob kind of thing. We got Tony Schiavone, Jimmy Gargano, who is Jimmy Wang Yang, Johnny the Bull Ravioli, Chris Moltisanti, who is Chris Canyon, and Don Schiavone, of course, Tony's wife. Lucky bastard. Mark Gin Dracula is the GOAT. Yeah, you're right. Oh, this Shane is a clone because he got killed. Oh, thanks for reminding. You're right. I forgot he's like Mewtwo. We had him in a tank the whole show. Fuck. Oh, why don't we just go over the pay-per-view? Yeah, because this is the follow-up show from the pay-per-view. WCW held Big Bang Theory last night in Hartford Civic Center and drew 16,000 fans. The feedback has been excellent. It seems they really struggled with the show. Let's take a look at the results of that show. It began with the Nerds growing Shane in their lab. DDP defeated Dusty Rhodes in a bull rope match to retain the WCW World Heavyweight title. Angle, a sit-down interview with Bischoff and Catering. Oh, that was, I think it was Bam Bam Bigelow and Shark. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Sharkquake and a Shark Boy on a pole match to win the FTW Championship title. Hole and Lawler. The Terminator defeated Kamala Harris. Oh, that's just Kamala. And then the Terminator is just John Cena. But at this point in life, what happened to Kidman? I thought he was in the Bloodlines. No. Billy Kidman was bitten by BM Punk, but he's not in the Bloodlines yet because he's going to become Thin Blood. He didn't fully transition yet. So Cena, remember how he was the prototype, so he decided to bring him in as the Terminator, and the angle with Cena is that he is John Cena from like 2010, who went back in time to ensure that he would become a top guy. Which doesn't really make sense because then wouldn't there be 2 Cenas, but try not to think too hard about it. We have Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Hole. Hole is just Abyss. In a reverse buried alive match where the first person to... A reverse buried alive match. I don't know whether that means the match starts underground and they have to fight out, or the first one to bury themselves wins. I don't remember. But Ray won that. Cool Rocket, we need Ricochet versus Mansoor. Cool Rocket, are you the guy on Twitter who replies to every single tweet that Ricochet is involved in, saying that you want to see Ricochet wrestle me in a lucha-style match? Is that you? Because every tweet that I'm involved with Ricochet in, I always see somebody tweet, I want to see Mansoor versus Ricochet in a lucha-style match. First of all, I got to ask you, that's you? What is a lucha-style match? Like, we just do a bunch of arm drags and dives? Or what is a lucha-style match? I can make it happen. I can do my best to make it happen, but I'm just curious. A good lucha thing? Ibubuki? Actually, I have been talking to him, but I can't tell you why. The main thing I remember last time is that Storm and Awesome should turn babyface on the show and go after the Bloodlines since they're your next best tag team. Yeah, Lance Storm and Mike Awesome were a very good team together. Actually, let me see if I... The DNC, Kamala Harris and Samoa Joe Biden. That sounds like a Masonite. Oh, I think... Yeah, my mouse just died. My mouse just died. Why do you have a good reason for it, Cool Rocket? I don't think I've ever worked Ricochet in a singles match. We were supposed to at a house show one time in WWE, but they changed it. There we go. The Big Adventure Theory, which is Kwee Wee Herman and Sheldon. Team Canada, which is Lance Storm and Mike Awesome. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. When we go to Canada, we'll turn him face. How about that? So we bring in the Insane Clown Posse for a couple months. I actually think we already... Do we not have them? I think we fired them. I could have sworn Violent J. Where's Violent J? I think we had them and they were so bad. Let me see. Negotiate. Vampiro is a fan of the idea. I don't really want to pay them that much, though, so I'm going to do an exclusive written per-show deal for $270. Oh, man. Yeah. No? All right. I'll pay you $500 for a match. Yeah? Oh, great. That is a horrible deal. Okay, and Shaggy Too Dope. Vampiro's a fan of that idea. An exclusive, for those of you who don't know, an exclusive written contract means he can only work for us, and I only pay him when he wrestles, which means if I never book him again for 3 years, he will make no money, ever. So that should be illegal. But Shaggy, I'll give you $450. Oh, he wants to be paid the same amount as Violent J. No, that's understandable. All right. We down with the clown now. That's right. Shades of JBL. Personally, I'd like to see Mansoor versus Ricochet in a Canadian style. Okay, I'm going to expose the business for you guys really quickly. So I wrestled Dustin Rhodes. Me and Mason. We wrestled Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara in Australia. And don't clip this. Don't share this because I don't want to get in trouble. But Dustin asked me, he said, have you ever taken a Canadian destroyer? I was like, yeah. He was like, great, so I'll do that there. I've never taken a Canadian destroyer. I've never done it in my life. And the whole match, I was thinking, fuck, I don't know how to do this move. I'm just going to bend backwards and hope something happens. And actually, it just kind of happens on its own. I literally just stuck my head in his crotch and he jumped and I flipped him over and I literally just flipped back and bounced off his legs and it literally propelled me to my feet. And I was like, oh, that's okay, cool. I guess how you take that. That's how you take that move. It was a shoot Canadian destroyer. He is very tall. And you know what else I don't understand is that snap power slam that him and Randy and Joe do. I don't really take that move often. I can't even think of the last time I took it other than Dustin. And I always think, oh my God, how do they not spike the guy on their head every single fucking time? And I took it and I just hugged him really tight and I landed perfectly. And it just goes to show that there are people who are so much better than me that it's not even funny. Did he bust? Yeah, he busted. Yeah. Let me tell you something though. That Shattered Dreams is a shoot. Okay? It's not the turnbuckle doesn't, it's a shoot. All right? Let me tell you that right now. Anyway, back to the pay-per-view. What was it? So the Bloodlines defeated Team Canada, the Big Adventure Theory, and 4 Count to retain the WCW World Tag Team titles. We had Yoshi Hentai Tajiri defeating Sabu, Chavo, Kenny Omega, Mr. Perfect, and AJ Styles to win $5,000. Rob Van Dam defeated Chris Maltasanti, and then finally Shane is complete, makes his entrance butt naked and covered in aloe. And then we had, so this match was a little confusing. So it was actually Booker T. It was Shane McMahon versus Booker T in a gun on a pole match with DDP as the referee, but DDP was the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, but it wasn't for the title. But what ended up happening is Shane shot DDP, pinned DDP, and then we had a ref come out to count it. But I don't remember who the ref was, but it was somebody like important. But somebody important came down to make the count, and they did. Shane won, and you can see that I was just like typing this haphazardly. Shane Celebratron fires fireworks into the crowd. So he fired the fireworks into the crowd. And that show rating got a 90, which is crazy because none of the segments were rated 90. So I don't know how that happened. Oh, you know what? It was because we paid $5 million for Limp Bizkit, or was it P. Diddy? It was some famous singer we paid for to perform at the show, and we had a huge. Somebody checked the live stream. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I would love Ricochet in high-flying matches in Ring of Honor. Yeah, you keep tweeting that, Cool Rocket. You keep tweeting that. I keep seeing it. Diddy and Aerosmith. Right, because it was, and I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to hand them out. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And then, like, everybody's walking. And then Diddy played, da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. You know, his famous song, Kashmir. So that's the storylines we got moving forward is the all-you-can-beat buffet. That pretty much ended. I mean, Bam Bam won, so Booker T and DDP holes, that kind of ended too. RVD versus Italy, that kind of ended too. The Masquerade spreads the gift and the rise of the Terminator. I'm going to go ahead and end that one because it's very cold. Everything else, though, is very hot or extremely hot, so that's cool. Yeah. So let's get to the next show. It's because DDP was a special guest ref. So backstage after DDP got shot, y'all were like, get a ref out there fast. And the refs didn't know who was in the actual match because they were done for the night. Oh, right. It was a ref who was in catering who wasn't watching the show. I know, but that's because I don't like him in AEW as a heel. I think Ricochet, I think this is the best work of his career. I disagree with you there. The Bloodlines has a story going, right? Diego is online. Is this Mark Gindracula's burner? What do we have for the Bloodlines? Like, okay, dude, relax. You're a mid-card stable, okay? We'll get to you. All right, let's advance to the next show. What do we got here? Okay, we're preparing for WCW Nitro. Do we want to give anybody the night off? Of course not. Why the fuck would we do that? Select tonight's venue or location. You know what? Since Mason isn't here, chat, why don't you guys be the co-booker with me? So you guys can book the segments tonight. I will literally throw it to you. I'm gonna let whoever guesses the number that I'm thinking between 1 and 50 decide where we booked the show tonight. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 50. And if somebody guesses it, then I will. Oh, yep. Hackman MN instantly got it. It's 42. Hackman got it. It's 42. I think that's because of what was that book? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Hackman, where are we having the show? Please don't troll. Because if we have it in some place where nobody's over, it's gonna tank the quality. Waikiki Arena in Hawaii. I can dig that. I can actually dig that. I'm totally fine with Waikiki Arena. Wait a minute, is Waikiki Arena a real place or you just made that up? If it's a shit town, you need to run a loser stays in town match. That's actually really good. We're expecting how many people? 402 fans? We're expecting 402 fans in Hawaii tonight. Okay. Wow. Big numbers. Yeah, this is not. Hawaii isn't a WCW hotbed. All right. We're going to do the Neil S. Blaisdell Pikaki room because the capacity is 500. Hopefully, it's a big walk up town. No pre-show incidents, thank God. All right, let's meet with the booking team. Of course, we have a crack booking team here. We got Shane McMahon, we got Vince Russo, Dusty Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and Terry Funk. First time running the territory? Yeah, I believe so. We begin the meeting with 37 points of stored creative energy. Okay. Well, let's spend some of that creative energy. Oh, never mind. We don't have enough to buy anything. That's fine. Locker room incidents. Ted DiBiase came to you backstage with an angle idea. It has automatically been added to your stored creative ideas. Well, thank you, Ted. Mike Awesome was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab at the bar. The judge, Dusty Rhodes, found him guilty and sentenced him to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Mike Awesome has a needy personality. Okay, little judgy. Apparently, AJ Styles and Don Schiavone have bonded recently. AJ Styles is supposed to be a good Christian boy. You're married. This feels like something we can use as an angle, no? Interesting. What if, okay, hear me out. So Don Schiavone is married to Tony Schiavone in storyline. What if we bring AJ in to the Schiavone family as AJ Schiavone? Like, like AJ Soprano in The Sopranos. Yeah, there's something there. And then they can have they can start to develop a relationship a little bit. Yeah. Okay. And then it causes, okay, I like that. Now we're cooking. Bob Sapp and Nick Patrick apparently butted heads backstage and both are furious with each other. Kind of props to Nick Patrick because I would not fuck with Bob Sapp. The locker room is a buzz after the wall. Sorry, we signed the wall and Roadkill. Sorry, we signed Roadkill. Apparently got into a huge row over something and had to be physically separated. What does that mean, huge row? I've never heard that expression in my life. A huge row? You approached Bam Bam Bigelow. You are approached by Bam Bam Bigelow. He wants to become the locker room leader. Okay. Chat, what do we think about Bam Bam Bigelow becoming the locker room leader? Do whatever Bam Bam says? Yeah, I don't know if I want to fuck with Bam Bam Bigelow. I don't know if I want to fuck with anybody with a head tattoo. Row is British for are you kidding? No way. So disrespectful. Locker room leader gimmick? Wait, now you're talking my language. All right. Now you're talking. The Wall's happy about it. Ted DiBiase has taken Shadow under his wing as a protege. Pre-show speech? Okay. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30. Whoever picks the number gets to decide what we do. Team bonding, open forum, metal, call out, intervention, fire, or pull a rib. Spone, it was 30. You got it. Okay, Sponehead. What do you want to do? We can't inspire for some reason. Oh, I already did it. Okay. Sponehead, what do you think? What's the Kimono Friend Zone? I owe you a stream, Kimono Friend Zone. What's the word, Sponehead? What do you want to do? Okay, Smarcus Aurelius, I will. Smarcus, did you go to Grand Slam Australia? Because I met Duel from New Legacy Inc. and he was very cool. Laserscope, thank you for subscribing. Booyah. Big Ron Stoppable fan. That really ages me. Spoonhead, where are you? I'm actually watching a ton of WCW, so this is perfect to listen to. Oh yeah, because this is top quality stuff. Spoonhead, thanks for subscribing. Sorry, had an ADD. Oh, you mean ad? Ad is with one D. That's like how you spell advertisement. Yeah, I didn't know if you were sharing. I mean, it would have been fine if you have ADD. It's not I'm not. He's writing an elaborate humorous rip. Ads hit right when you ask for numbers. That's very funny. That's Mason's fault. Don't blame me for that. It's his channel. I'm eating and typing. Could be both. All right, Spoonhead's cooking, everybody. I had an ADHD. Yeah, I suspect maybe that I might have that. As a kid, I was supposed to be tested, but my mom didn't want me to get tested for some reason. And my wife says I match the symptoms, but I don't want to do stolen valor. Pull a rib, okay. We're going to pull a rib. Who are we pulling a rib on, Sponehead? I had to subscribe again in case my number was picked. That is actually a great way to get you fucking marks to subscribe. I'm going to try and figure out exactly when the ad hits, and I'm going to ask for a number before that every single... Bam! Don't say Bam Bam. He's our locker room fucking leader. Do not say Bam Bam, Sponehead. Stuckton, who do you think? Hugh Morris! Let's fucking go! Hugh Morris, who is very angry. Sponehead, what degree of rib would you like to play? Minor rib, practical joke, major prank, risky rib, or elaborate plot? And please do come up with what the rube... Major! Oh, okay, we're going to go middle. All right, we'll go major prank. We don't want to go over the line, right? We don't want to fuck it up too much for Hugh Morris. Do not rib Bam Bam CM Origins. Okay, he's our locker room leader. What do you think, Sponehead, for this rib? You got anything in mind? We're not going to kill his dog and feed it to him. Risky rib does sound like a sex maneuver. The risky rib requires a bit of stretching before you perform it. Let's make him wear a skimpy bikini for beach vibes. It feels less like a rib and more like sexual harassment. Cross the line. The rib is he thinks he's the leader. We rib him into thinking he's the locker room leader and then tell the roster not to listen to him and laugh at him and treat him flippantly. Steal his gear and book him for the opening match. Dangle a piano over a spot and drop it on him. I like that one a lot. Sponehead's really thinking about this one. Chicken suit from the SVR games. I actually don't remember that. I remember in Here Comes the Pain, you could give people Super Saiyan hair. I thought that was pretty cool. Make him wear all white gear and then pump him full of laxatives. Okay. Would you say that's a major prank? Drugging someone? That's like a major prank to you? Pumping him full of laxatives? What do you mean? Because pumping makes... like when you say pump somebody full of something... Yeah, that seems pretty risky. That seems at least risky. Sneak it into his food, yeah. When you say pump somebody full of something, I imagine like, you know, he can take it. All right, we're going to pull this risky rib on him, and we'll see how he reacts. Hugh Morris is said to have thought the rib was pretty funny and have taken it in good humor. Well, that's fucking great. I'm really happy about that. All right, let's work on this show with 400 people attending. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of go over the roster so everybody knows the players. And then every segment on the show is going to get booked by you guys. All right. Abdullah the Butcher, Adam Pearce, AJ Styles. Actually, let me change his gimmick right now. He's going to be Tony Schiavone's adopted son. I don't want to change his gimmick because it's been rated as very good. But I'm going to add him to the stable. I woke up this morning and got yourself a gun. Mama always said you'd be the chosen one. She said, with a blue moon with a blue moon in your eyes. Hey, I just want to say something really quickly. My Ted DiBiase angle idea. Oh, cool. My last stretch in NXT was when the next generation of NXT 2.0 guys were coming. And I instantly, I would go on. So there's this thing when you're in WWE, it's called VBrick. And it's basically a database of every Performance Center practice match and promo. And you can watch your stuff back, but you can also watch others. And I'd frequently watch other people's matches and promos because I'm just kind of a creepy guy. And I instantly, I pegged, I didn't peg, I instantly picked, I said, these 3 guys are going to be huge stars. I knew instantly from the first match and the first promo I saw. And the 3 guys that I picked were Tony D'Angelo, Braun Breaker, and Trick Williams. I said, I literally, like, I went up to these guys and I said, you're doing fucking great. Keep it up because you're going to be just fine. And they've all surpassed me. So I would say that I was right about that. Yeah, I'm very proud of those guys. Not that I didn't even really work. Actually, Tony D'Angelo, I did work with. I did a Performance Center practice show with him. It was his 10th match ever. And I think it was right after War Games. He had done War Games, and War Games was his 9th match ever. And his 10th match was a singles match with Mansoor. And the angle was, I cut a promo in the ring. The angle was that I went to his cousin. What was his name? What was the cousin's name? Vinny? I went to his cousin Vinny's restaurant, and I said the gabagool tasted like shit. And he got real hot, and then we started the match. And the crowd, which was literally just PC students, were chanting like, what was it? It was like Vinny sucks or something, or like Vinny's gabagool sucks, which is not chantable. So it must have been something else. But it was very funny. And he did great. So we have a show to book. Oh, yeah, I was going to the roster. Abdul the Butcher, Adam Pearce, AJ Shivani, Arn Anderson is a producer, Balls Mahoney, Bam Bam, who is our current For the Whale champion, BM Punk, who is the leader of the Bloodlines, Bob Backlund, I don't think he's debuted yet, Bob Sapp, Booker T is our top face, Bruja, who is Sean O'Hare, Brian Alvarez, Buff Bagwell, who's pissed, Chavo, Curryman, Daphne, who is in the Bloodlines, David Flair, who has I don't think we've used him yet. Don Schiavone, DDP, who was our top heel and then was turned on, so maybe we should work on turning him, but I don't know. Don West is the commentator. Dustin, Dusty, Elix Skipper, Bischoff, Evan Courageous, Finlay, Hole, who is Abyss, Horace Hogan, Hugh Morris, Jamie Noble, Jason Jett, Jerry Lawler, Jimmy Gargano, who is Jimmy Wang Yang, Joey Styles, Johnny the Bull Ravioli, Heidenreich, who is frozen in ice at the moment, Kamala, Kaz Hayashi, Kenny Omega, who is 17. Yeah, he's 17 years old. Kid Romeo, King Kong Bundy, Conan, Chris Canyon, Pee Wee Herman, Lance Storm, Lash LaRue, Chuck Palumbo, Margin Dracula, Mike Awesome, Above Average Mike Sanders, Monty Brown, the Alpha Male, Mr. Perfect, New Jack, of course, who is going to be changing gimmicks to Vampire Hunter very soon, which is going to be a badass gimmick. Nigel McGuinness, Charmel, Prince Nana, Reno, Ray Ray, Roadkill, RVD, who, by the way, always gets the best rating out of any match that we do. So, we need to use him in the main events of our show because the main event accounts for the most in our rating. Sabu, Samoa Joe Biden, Mickey James, Lance Archer, Sugar Shane McMahon, Shannon Moore, Shark Boy, Sharkquake, Sean Stasiak, Planet Meat, Sheldon Benjamin, Slable, Sanjay, Stacey Keebler, Corey Graves, I think, Stevie Ray, Ted DiBiase, Terry Funk, Sandman, Cena, The Wall, Billy Kidman as Thin Blood, Tony Schiavone, Tori Wilson, Vader, Vampiro, Russo, Yoshi Hentai Tajiri, and that's it. That's our roster. So everybody start thinking of segments, okay? Let's say Thin Blood is a lackey. All right. Yeah, are you a big Stasiak fan? I didn't know that about you. I didn't know you were a meat writer. Okay, I'm thinking of a number between... Is he a chiropractor? Shades of Big LG, Luke Gallows. Yeah, what a roster. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30, and whoever picks it gets to determine the opening segment. Who planted Stasiak here? Arjamarco, it was 15. So Arjamarco, you can book a match or an angle, whatever you want to do. So Arjamarco, while you come up with that, chat, feel free to ask me anything. I have a long, storied 11-year career. I'm sure you have lots of questions to ask me. Well, in my pizza. Burger King foot lettuce? Isn't that when that guy who worked at Burger King got fired because he posted that picture of his feet on the lettuce and they like geo-tracked it or they cross-referenced it to find out what Burger King he was working at? Cherryhausen, this is a lean cuisine protein pizza. Low fat, high protein. I'm on a high carb, high protein diet. Let's do an RVD match. Okay, go on. What's the match? Who's taller, Tom Phillips or Vic Joseph? That's not even a question. It's Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph is taller than almost every wrestler on the roster, besides maybe Braun Strowman, Randy, Drew McIntyre. He's like 6'5" for shoot. Did you enjoy coming over to Australia? Yeah, I did. I thought Brisbane was beautiful. One thing I will say, though, it's very funny when you go to places that white people were not built for, like far from their homes, because there were a lot of old people in Brisbane, and the sun does not do you guys any favors over time. I will say that. You guys were not built for that shit. It's like, I mean, leathery ass people, Australians, okay? You looked like they looked like wet wallets. They were just sweaty, leathery ass people. What did you say, Arj? I don't know if he's in the same division, but I guess let's do RVD versus Sheldon Benjamin. I love that idea. That sounds great. That'll be an absolute banger. Rob Van Dam versus Sheldon Benjamin. Sheldon, of course, is in the Revenge of the Nerds stable. He's a heel, so that's perfect. I believe he's managed by Stacy Keebler, or he will be now, who is the Stacy of the group. This is going to be a banger, so I figure, you know, might as well make this a good one. Did you see any of Australia's big things? I saw a big thing, all right, in Australia. I can promise you that. I went over to Australia once, and some old white lady there said, "This is your future," and that scarred me for life. That's good. ARG, any notes you want to make, or you just want to see the match? You want to book the finish, or any of these special extras, or whatever, or do you want to just let me do it? Up to you. 3 out of 3 Australians will be diagnosed with being Australian within their lifetime? That's horrible. It could either be RVD wins or have a nerd get involved and Sheldon wins too to set up a pay-per-view match. Beating RVD would make Sheldon. Sheldon's good, young, but good. But RVD is like not massively over, but his matches are really, really good. And we're trying to push him as a big star. So I'm going to come up with a finish. I'm going to say RVD wins because just like in real life, Stacy always goes for the Chad. And Stacy was so smitten by RVD and his strong jawline and powerful groin that it distracted Sheldon, who was having an incel meltdown, which allowed RVD to take advantage and get the win. Put that as a 10-minute match. His groin! All right, next up, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30. Whoever picks it gets to book the next segment. RVD and Stacy getting into a splits contest would be peak WCW. It would be peak. It'd be peak, period. Swagger of Fools. It was 9. You guys are getting it pretty quick. Swagger of Fools. It was, in fact, 9. So you get to pick the next segment. Give me as much detail as you can. Everybody else, you get to keep asking me questions. I just realized this is probably going to take a long time. So I'll probably book some segments of my own to fill in the blanks once I'm tired of this. So New Jack is a vampire hunter now. We must find a vampire amongst us. Okay, I like this idea because I think it would be very funny to have a shot of the locker room where all the wrestlers are sitting chatting, and New Jack busts in the room and he's like, "Who the fuck is a vampire here?" And it pans to the stable of vampires who are all named after vampires. And New Jack looks around and he goes, "If you're a vampire, I'm gonna fucking find you." And then he walks out the room. I like that idea. Let's do that. Let's do New Jack. He's basically Blade. Looks for vampires in the locker room. Oh yeah, we have Vampiro. Wait, yes, he should go up to Vampiro. I totally forgot we have Vampiro. How the fuck did we forget that? How the fuck did we put a vampire stable together? We have Vampiro on the fucking roster. I totally forgot. Vampiro is a red herring. Yeah. New Jack comes up. Why doesn't that set up a match? That should actually set up a match between Vampiro and New Jack, where New Jack walks past the bloodlines to go right to Vampiro and goes, "You're a vampire." Vampiro's like, "No, dude, I'm named Vampiro. It's like that's just my gimmick." And New Jack just starts beating the shit out of him, and it leads to a match. Perfect. I love it. New Jack passes the bloodlines to hunt Vampiro. This is perfect. I love it. It's going to be a backstage segment. It's going to have New Jack. Make it a scaffold match? What are you, fucking insane? All right, I'll do it. Cross on a pole match? Look at what you're typing. Oh. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Dude, no, it's makeup. Yeah, New Jack is like, you're all pale and shit. Vampiro's like, this is a stake in a match. Yeah, okay. Nosferatu. Oh, if Mason was here, he could do his Nosferatu impersonation, but he's not. Daphne should be in the Bloodlines too. She is, actually. All right, so we have New Jack, and he is doing cutting a promo, and we have Vampiro, who is, I guess you could say this is character development for him, and then we'll have the Bloodlines in the background as well. And Daphne. Daffers. And let's change this to New Jack and add him as a major role. Improvised or scripted? I'm going to assume New Jack does not want to be handed a script. So, yeah. All right. All improv. That's right. Yes, and. Hype it up that Gangrel is the head end vampire, only for it to be Yeti. Wait, do we have Gangrel? No! This was a huge point of contention. WWF, we actually had a bidding war, and WWF won. Cool. Thank you for that idea. And then we'll book the match for tonight. And it's going to be a... Let's see. What did we say it was? Do we want a casket? Like, what should this be? Because he thinks he's a vampire. So should it be a stake match? Should it be a cross on a pole match? Should it be... Guys, what do you think? What kind of match should this be? Scaffold? You really want that scaffold match. But why the fuck would New Jack as a vampire hunter challenge who he thinks is a vampire? No, you know what? He challenges him to a scaffold match because he says, well, if you're a vampire, the moment you fall off, you could simply turn to a bat and fly away. So this is a vampire test. It's kind of like when they would throw witches into the ocean, because if you're a witch, you'll sink, right? Isn't that, or float? What the fuck was it? Reverse buried alive to establish it more. Steak match. It's just a big cut of meat. I actually like that. I'm going to do a steak on a pole match. New Jack tells the commissioner, Dusty Rhodes, he wants a steak on a pole match with Vampiro, and Dusty misinterprets it, and it becomes a steak on a pole match. Okay, perfect. This is a 1v1 steak on a pole match. Okay. That's going to be New Jack versus Vampiro. Of course, New Jack is up. We got to put over that he's a strong vampire hunter. And we're going to say the intention of the match is to be hardcore. Let's put it at 8 minutes. Steak on a pole. And the finish happens when New Jack drives the stake through Vampiro's heart. Ooh, Vampiro is unhappy at the booking of this match and requests that you alter it so he comes out better. He is decently popular. What do you guys think? Should we protect Vampiro? Stasiak on a pull? Of course! That's why Vampiro loses. Thank you, ACN. Due to outside interference, when Sean Stasiak runs in, incensed that one of his planetary compatriots is being used in such a degrading and objectifying fashion, Stasiak interferes just as Vampiro is about to win to take the stake from Vampiro's hands, allowing New Jack to hit his finish, which I assume is just hitting somebody with a household appliance. Perfect. Outside interference finish when Sean Stasiak attacks Vampiro. Amazing. Vampiro, really? You're still fucking unhappy with that? Okay, fine. We'll protect Vampiro. No, fuck that. It's gonna totally tank the quality of the fucking match. Fuck you, Vampiro. Not actually fuck you, Vampiro. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I've never met you. I'm sure you're cool. We're gonna change Sean Stasiak's gimmick. Mecha gimmick. What the fuck is that? What is a mecha gimmick? Alhamdulillah. I didn't know that he was a revert. Okay, his new gimmick is going to be meat. What is he good at? Comedy? Offbeat, unstable? I would say it's pretty offbeat and unstable. The Mecca of Manhood. Is that what he was called? All right. Cool. All right. And then we will also add in an angle where New Jack requests a stake on a pole match. Dusty thinks he means steak. Classic. Classic. New Jack. Oops. Cutting a promo. And Dusty Rhodes cutting a promo. And I'm going to say this advances the Masquerade Spreads the Guilt storyline. And then let's have a storyline where RVD wrestles the Nerds. Chad versus Nerds. We have Rob Van Dam versus Sheldon versus Kwee Wee Herman versus Sanjay. Be some good matches. Rob Van Dam's already in a storyline. Okay, I'll just end it, I guess. Chad Van Dam. Sanjay Dutt and Kwee Wee Herman. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Shawarma Stasiak, the Mecca of Meathood. Oh my God, Doink. Oh, yes. 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 Now you're talking my language. Shawarma Stasiak, the Mecca of Meathood. Wow. I'm loving it. That is phenomenal. Mecca of... Should we call him Halal Meat? Halal Meat. There's so many good things to choose from. Too late, I've already depicted myself as the Chad RVD Wojak and you as the Pee Wee Herman Wojak. What's better? Halal Meat or the Mecca of Meathood? Or the Mecca of Halal Meathood? Damn, this is tough. There's a lot we can do with this. The Mecca of Halal Meathood. Okay. He needs a catchphrase too. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, maybe, but how about Bismillah Rahman Rahim Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen? Well, I don't know if the American crowd in 2001 is going to appreciate that. Anyway, okay, next up we got a new segment. Chat. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30. Match, angle, whatever you want. Just give me a number. 1 and 30. Apparently, Amish sell really great halal sheep. Really? Yeah, I believe it. That's not a haram thing. That's a halal. Yeah, that's good. That's good, Smarkus. Wow, nobody has guessed my number. Oh, wait. I think I see it. Stucken with 19. Stucken. Guessed 19. Stucken is correct. Stucken, match, angle, whatever you would like. Let me know what you want, buddy. Ooh. Stuck on you. A vignette for DDP. Go on. What did you mean by this? You're a little late, Kimono. Who runs the channel, by the way? Which one of you runs the channel? It shows a flashback of DDP getting shot. You get your own segment to write on the show, and you want to do a recap? Okay. The camera pans to DDP's legs. He's in a desert. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Keep going. It's like in Drive when he dies in the seat and it pans to his like hands and then it comes back up and he opens his eyes and he drives in heaven. The Snyder Cut. DDP speaks. Diamond is unbreakable. Diamond is unbreakable. You're all diamonds. He's going to return as Diamond Dogs Page. Give us the Emmy right fucking now. Holy shit. That's awesome. Okay. I'm in. Standing on the edge of the crater, like the prophets once said, and the ashes are all worn now. No more bullets. And the embers are dead. And he has to be voiced by Kiefer Sutherland. That's amazing. I love it. So so tell me this, guys. What are you lost about, ACN? It's very simple. He's Diamond Dog's Page because Diamond is unbreakable, and we're all Diamond Dogs now. Chad, I need to know this. Is he a heel? Is this like his Big Boss Venom Snake era, or is this going to turn him face? Like Peace Walker era Big Boss? Like, is he punished? What's the deal? Is he still a bad guy, or are we turning him face? What's the deal? This is his redemption? So maybe we build to a face turn. We can prepare. His last turn was extremely recent, and so a change would definitely be affected negatively. Okay. Maybe he can be like an anti-hero, right? He's unsure. Yeah, he's like a tweener. I like it. Yeah, he's a tweener. The fuck is a Diamond Dog, ACN? Why don't you listen to some goddamn David Bowie? Okay? Play some goddamn Metal Gear Solid 5. This is perfect. I love it. Okay. That's what we're doing. Diamond Dog's Page. Vignette. I love this. Okay. Outside broadcast because he's in a desert. Let's say it's live. Fuck it. He's cutting it live from the desert. Character development? Yeah, I guess it's what is that even rated on? Character development. What does character development mean? Entertainment abilities. Okay. All right, we'll do character development. I love it. And I'm going to say this advances the Booker T and DDP versus Shane O'Mac angle. Because you don't really know, whose side is he on? All right. I also want to change this to character development because it takes into consideration a lot more, I feel, of their. It is affected by whether the angle is scripted or not. Man, what the fuck is all this? I really wish they wouldn't do this shit. Adam, I love your game. But what the fuck is this? What's the difference between cutting a promo and character development and... It's pissing me off. All right. Actually, I gotta look up one more thing. Angle length. Cause did I spell length wrong? Right. Okay. Type. Status. Angle ratings. Yeah, this is all very confusing to me, but whatever. Sorry, guys. Then what else was there? Right, okay. All right, what were you guys saying? We spent like $500K on a cameraman to get it right in one take live? Yeah. Can we hire the Goon and team him with Yoshi Hentai Tajiri? That's a great idea. Since it's a Metal Gear Solid 5 storyline, we don't need to worry about there actually being a good ending. Wow. Kojima blown the fuck out. Booker has the cyber leg and DDP has the rocket-powered fist. Yeah, true. Booker's bionic limb. DDP, you just killed a child. All right, that's booked. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30. Next person to guess it gets to book the next segment. I will fix the segment order at the end of the fucking show. Nope. Nobody's getting it. 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 Not a single person has gotten it. That's crazy. Oh, you guys suck at this. How many? I've seen so many 30s. 0, no. I said 1 and 30. God damn, guys, are you for real? 9.76. Nope. Nope. 6.19. Booyaka, booyaka. Guys, come on. What's going on here? You guys for real? This is kind of like a social experiment. No, you guys are not getting it. I'm starting to think maybe somebody said it and I didn't see. Ah, Wembley TV. It was 19. You didn't think I'd go for the same number twice, did you? You were wrong. I tricked you. I tricked all of you. You see? Yeah, again. Why not? I said between 1 and 30. Was there some kind of rule that I couldn't do the same number twice? No. Tricky, tricky, tricky. That's on you guys. That's like that doctor riddle. You know that doctor riddle? A man and his son get injured in a fishing accident. They're taken to the hospital, and the surgeon that has to save his life, the surgeon says, I can't operate on this child. He's my son. How is this possible? The doctor is a clone. Yeah, it's his mother. The doctor is a clone. I love that riddle because it's so funny to hear what people will think of before they just imagine that a woman would be a surgeon. Sexism test riddle, yeah. Is Dr. Riddle the dirty doctor you have backstage? Adoption. Who the fuck won? Who did 19? You're a therapist, Marcus Aurelius? Holy shit. All right, who got 19? I don't even remember. Wembley. Hugh Morris is on a boat, then suddenly a pirate ship comes out of nowhere and it's Samoa Joe and his crew, and they start beating him up. Love it. That's perfect. I think that's a really great idea. We're gonna do that. Why is he on a boat? I don't know. Hugh Morris is on a boat and gets raided by Samoa Joe and his pirate gang. Perfect. This is also an offsite shoot, and it is live. So we got Hugh Morris, who is, I guess, fighting, and Samoa Joe Biden, who is fighting. Samoa Joe Biden is not available to be booked in an active on-screen role. Why? Oh, his contract starts in 6 days. Damn. Sorry, Wembley. You're going to have to find somebody to replace him. Please remember that Hugh Morris shits himself. Sorry, Wembley. I mean, you have plenty of options if you want a replacement. And we are in Hawaii, so you could do more Yakuza like a dragon type shit. We're in Hawaii with 400 fans in attendance. Do we have Shark Boy? Yeah, we have Shark Boy. We have Shark Boy. We'll do Shark Boy. As comic relief? What is that based on? Charisma? All right, fuck it. Does Shark Boy have a pirate gang? Secret pirate leader to be revealed later. All right. All right, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 30, and they get to book the next segment. 19, Hackman, you got it. I should have known that wasn't going to get you guys a third time. I should have fucking known. All right, Hackman, what do you got for us? Hugh Hackman? Two matches so far. Pretty good matches. Pretty good matches. Everybody try to think of a main event match, though. Because remember, the rating of the show is based a lot on the main event. So just keep that in mind, please. Jasic, thank you for subscribing. Very kind of you. You've been subscribed for 17 months. Shark Boy should be a cannibal that the pirates threaten to feed their enemies to. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot. Who'd you have in mind for the main event? It really doesn't matter. It just needs to be it just has to get a good rating. So they either have to be really over or really good at wrestling. Because it's one or the other with these rating in this game. The match has to be really good or they have to be really over. Well, ideally, a combination of both. Kenny Omega versus Shane McMahon? Or Sugar Shane Helms? We really need a Shane through line of segments. That's why we need Dijak. But I don't know where the fuck he is. Oh, he has a school. Nerd. He runs a fucking school online. Nash starts cutting a pro. Who the fuck is Nash? Kevin Nash? We don't have Kevin Nash. Who is Nash? You assumed we had Kevin Nash because it's WCW? We don't have Nash, Hogan, Hall, Jarrett, Oz. Kevin Nash left. He was never here. Because the whole thing of this mod is that you're not allowed to have anybody that WWE didn't get when they bought WCW. So we don't have NWO, we don't have Steiner, we don't have Flair, we don't have Jarrett. What about Nash Bridges? How about the Adventures of the NWO B team? Who was even in that we could use? I don't know. Hold on, I didn't even read your angle. The lights flicker and a cryptic video plays on the Tron. Grainy footage of a crimson mask. The reckoning is coming. Sounds like some real E-Fed shit. Horace Hogan? Yeah, okay. Do you want to do that angle with Horace Hogan? Horace Hogan comes out to cut a promo. By the way, total dog shit promo. And then the lights flicker and it said have we used Horace yet? No. We haven't used Horace yet at all. Sure, Horace. I don't think we have Virgil. Wait, let me see who's the local talent for today. Oh, nobody, because we're in Hawaii. Right. Shane is world champion, yeah. He's world champion and US champion. So keep that in mind. We must use Horace. Really? We must use Horace? Or David Flair? How about this, Hackman? Why don't we have Horace Hogan, David Flair? Why don't they come out and announce that they're forming a new stable called the Nepo Babies? Maybe Chavo can be in it too. Horace Hogan, David Flair, and Chavo Guerrero form the Nepo Babies. Wait, is there something we can do with NWO? Nepotism World Order. Is that something? Is that something we can do?
You suck.
What's better, the Nepo babies or nepotism world order? We might be able to pop a rating if we announce the NW. Should we announce at the beginning of the show that the NWO is going to appear tonight? NWO Junior. That's great. Okay. We're going to have the commentators announce that the NWO is debuting tonight, is returning tonight. This is fantastic. Commentators announce the NWO is appearing. So we're going to pop a rating. We're going to pop a huge rating for this. Tony Schiavone.
Can Manny not hear me?
Fuck else?
No, he can't hear me, can he?
Who else is our commentator? Save us, Jack. Wait, he's here?
What a piece of shit.
Hello?
What
He's here!
are you looking at?
I can't see. I'm just looking at the. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm
It
looking
took like
around.
30 seconds to realize that you had no idea I was here. I looked at the chat and the chat could see me, and I'm like, oh, okay. So somebody said he doesn't have his headset on.
I did say your name and you appeared. Holy shit. Because they were all like, why is this booking so shit? Where's Dijak? And I was like, guys, I don't know. I think he's teaching his stupid ass fucking students. And now
Wow.
you're finally here.
Mansoor shoots hard on the Dijak Wrestling Academy.
Yeah, very narcissistic to name your school after yourself, don't you think?
In a sense, yeah. I mean, so the determining factor was when I had the concept for the school idea. I was like, do I have enough name value to name it to monetize? Maybe not monetize, but like for the school to have added value by being named after me. And I was like, I guess if I didn't have the run as Dijak on NXT, it would have been absolutely not. Because I wouldn't have known what to call it. Like nobody would have cared about Donovan Dijak or whatever, and I couldn't call it the T-Bar School of whatever.
That would be awesome.
Or the Donovan Dominic Dijakovic School of what. So I was like, whatever, I'll just name it, something, some part of the ring, like the Rope Academy of Mets or whatever.
Yeah, why not?
But by the time I finished with my run on NXT, I was like, you know what? I think enough people, it wasn't like NXT was the most popular show in the world, but 750,000 people were at least watching it and generally aware of it. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, Hispano says you could have called it the Retribution Dungeon.
No, I couldn't have. That's WWE IP, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Dungeon or Retribution?
Retribution.
Oh.
Maybe Dungeon. I have no idea.
Do you want to see what the chat has booked for us so far? I've had chat book based on guessing numbers.
You like chat book, huh? All right, go ahead. I'll fix it.
Okay, so the show opens with RVD versus Sheldon Benjamin.
Sure.
This is a match where at the end of it, Stacy.
Why is it opening with? Why are we opening with that? Why aren't we opening with a promo?
Oh, because that's what the chat told me to do.
No, they're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Open with a segment.
Okay, what do you want to do?
What's our main storyline? Aren't we getting over or something? It's been
I don't know. I haven't asked Chat about that yet. Chat's kind of looking. Brennan? He's not going to be here tonight.
What? What is happening? What is happening to my precious creation?
Okay, so we have RVD versus Sheldon. Remember, Sheldon is in the nerd stable?
Brennan is texting me right now. Why is he texting me instead of in this chat?
You can ask him.
He's running. I will ask him. I'll ask him right now. Great. Why are you not in the stream? See what it says. Yeah, what's our top angle right now?
We haven't gotten there yet.
What do you mean we haven't gotten there? How did the last show close?
The last show was the pay-per-view. Do you want the results?
No, I don't care about the results. Just give me the final thing that happened, the final match and the final angle.
Okay, so
No,
the final match was Shane McMahon, who was killed, but
Yes.
he came back. He came back to life at the pay-per-view because so the Nerds debuted at the pay-per-view. It was called the Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
They took like a piece of Shane's flesh from the death and they put it in a lab in a tube and they used it to grow a new Shane McMahon out of the DNA.
Brennan's response was, "We had a disagreement. I'm not in the mood." You guys, listen, I give you credit. You guys are around each other so fucking much. I was around Brennan half as much as you are, literally half as much, and it was overwhelming. Not because of him, but just being around another human being that much that you're not having sex with is just fucking just a nightmare.
Well, that's a little presumptuous, don't you think?
Forgive me. Forgive me.
You didn't have to read that aloud, by the way. You didn't have to air our dirty laundry like that.
It's fairly friendly and straightforward. Quite frankly, I would, if I had to be around one of you as much as you guys around each other, we would probably not be friends anymore. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost guarantee. It'd probably be my fault too. Like no one could possibly be around me that much. My own wife isn't around me even close to as much as you guys are around each other. So if she was around me as much as you guys around each other, we'd probably get a divorce. I can't imagine there's another human being on this planet that could possibly put up with me as much as I put up with myself. That just sounds impossible. So God bless both of you for doing as well as you've done.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I know it means a lot.
No, it's really such a huge compliment.
Anyway, back to our fake fight simulator.
So the Nerds grew Shane, a new Shane, out of the DNA of the old Shane, and he main evented the pay-per-view in a gun on a pole match against Booker T, where DDP, our World Heavyweight Champion and United States Champion, was the special guest referee. But when Shane took the gun, he actually shot DDP, and then they had to call in a bunch of refs, and the ref that counted the pin was not watching the show; he was in catering. So when he counted the pin, he assumed it was for the titles, so he awarded Shane both titles, the US and the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
So now Shane is our US and World Heavyweight Champion. Booker T still has a bionic leg, and DDP has been shot. But get this, because Chad actually had a great idea for DDP.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so let me go in the order of what they booked, and we can figure this out. Okay.
Fine.
Okay, so RVD starts off in a match with Sheldon Benjamin, and the angle is that Sheldon is being managed by Stacy Keibler, who is kind of like the hot Stacy that all the nerds are trying to get. But during the match, she's so impressed by RVD's splits and his massive muscular groin that she hits on him, and Sheldon has like an incel freak out, and that causes RVD to take advantage and win the match.
Oh.
And then like I assume you want RVD and Stacy to make out afterwards, or what's the deal?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. So let's have that happen. Obviously, that's important.
What else?
RVD and Stacy make out while Sheldon.
Only make out? Are we stopping at making out? Let's make it a live sex scene. Why not? What year is it again?
2001.
Oh yeah. We're ahead of the curve. They did the live sex.
You want them to have a live sex celebration right after a match where they just met?
Do we want ratings or not?
We're not even advertising it. It's an impromptu live sex celebration.
Yeah. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
It's not the World Wrestling
Federation. Anything can happen in the fucking the world, whatever we are.
Yes, we're World Championship Wrestling.
Anything can happen in the World Championship Wrestling of 2001. We're not gonna fuck this up like like reality.
Like reality.
Yeah, like what really happened.
Right. Okay. It has to be. So if it goes longer than 4 minutes, we'll get a penalty. So it's gonna be a 4-minute sex scene, I guess.
Sorry, Sheldon.
This
Didn't
is
mean
a
to bury
rare.
you like
This is a rare. Like the black guy is getting cuckolded. Like this is very rare.
that.
This is very
Yeah.
progressive, actually, so to speak. All right. What even do I say that RVD is doing?
How do I plug this into my
Yeah,
simulator?
I really couldn't tell you. I
Like
guess he has a non-speaking appearance, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
What is that rated on?
Might be
Overness?
I mean, I wanna rank it on, sexuality, but that always
RVD's sexuality?
I guess.
Let me check
Technically,
RVD's sexuality. Let me check his sexual skills. His sex appeal is 70, so that's actually pretty good.
go for it. Why not?
All right, we'll,
Those segments always tank anyway, but let's do it just for the sake of doing
and
it
then
right.
we'll have Sheldon in there as a cameo appearance.
Okay. Hey, Brennan's back. Hey, Brennan. Do you have audio? Okay, go ahead. I like it. Uh, no bull in all caps. I'll buy no bull. No, that's a great idea. You
No,
have the
that's
best ideas, Brennan. You have the best ideas.
oh Brennan. They couldn't hear you. Your mic's muted.
Oh no. Oh no.
Your
That
bit, your
whole
bit, your whole
that
bit's
whole
ruined.
angle was just for me. Oh no. The horror. I love it when it's just for me. Chat. I hope you saw how much I was laughing. That was the funniest joke ever, and you'll never know what it was. He said every horrible thing you could possibly imagine. I was laughing. I was cackling like a little
I
schoolgirl.
I disavow what he said. It was like shocking to me. That's not really my sense of humor, but
Do we know if we're allowed to say the N word yet?
Oh boy. Surely you are.
you can. Yeah, you're fine.
No, on AEW games. That episode isn't out yet, right?
He's editing the one with the N word right now.
You dropped an N bomb on
It
on
wasn't
AEW.
me.
Oh,
It wasn't him. It
was
was
it
Daniel
Manny?
Garcia.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't Daniel
It was
Garcia.
not Daniel Garcia. Please do not listen. Don't get our close personal little buddy
Who
canceled.
was it? Or do we not want a spoiler alert? Do we want to save that?
I don't know. Well, we might. It might be as I don't know.
Chad?
When he said it, who does Chad think it was?
Who do
Yeah,
you
who
think
does
said
Chad
the
think?
N word? We're not going to reveal. We're not going
I
to reveal
mean,
who said the N word because that'll get us ratings.
like Ricochet was tonight, right? So it wasn't him.
It was on the boat.
They got it instantly.
They got it
Oh, yeah, well there it is.
they got MJF. That would be awesome.
Guys, we could never get MJF on the channel.
We can't even get Max Caster, let alone Max Jacob Friedman.
Really? You
No,
got
he
Swerve.
refuses.
You
He
think we could
refuses.
get
Not
Max
because he.
Dupree?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Stupid.
All right. Here's the other segments we have on the show. Commentary is going to announce that the NWO are appearing tonight.
The NWO exists?
So, okay. We're teasing the NWO is here to pop a rating. You'll see what happens.
Okay.
Next up, we have.
I don't like this. This
Why?
feels like what
Real
WCW.
WCW did.
That feels like real WCW. We're gonna advertise the NWO, and then the BWO comes out, and it's like
No,
both
we're not
companies
doing
do
that.
shit.
We're not doing that. We're not.
Tell me what you're doing.
Okay, here's what we're doing. Horace Hogan, David Flair.
We're not doing that. Describes exactly what they would have done in 2001. Like exactly what they
all
would
I said was Horace Hogan. You don't know what's gonna happen. All I said was Horace Hogan. Horace Hogan.
All right.
Horace
going.
Hogan, David Flair, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. come out.
Oh, okay.
And they announced that.
I thought it was going to be fake Razor. The fucking Brian.
No. Exactly. We're not doing the bait and switch rug pull.
I see.
So Horace Hogan, Chavo Guerrero Jr., and David Flair come out, and they're announcing that they're starting a new stable called Nepotism World Order.
Okay,
This is
that's not
awful.
bad. It's not bad.
Thank you,
awful.
Brennan. Thank
Awful.
you. And we're gonna call it NWO Junior.
This is awful. This is awful.
It's kind of like, do you remember? Hold on.
Kind of stuff that drove people away from WCW.
But do you remember when they did like Looney Tunes Babies? It's kind of like that.
The stream's dead.
The whole stream?
Is it?
It says the stream has.
Hold on, it's the one for you. It's the one that you're seeing. Hold on, I'm just changing things.
Oh.
NWO Kids. Wait, can we call it NWO Kids with a Z?
NWO Babies.
If we advertise it as that, then I'm fine with it. If you advertise it as the NWO, then I'm not fine with it.
Okay. So I'm going to say commentary announces the NWO Kids are appearing tonight.
If from Jump Street, it is a well-known parody, I'm fine with it. Call it NWO 2 Electric Boogaloo. Right?
Oh, no, that's a dog whistle now. We can't say that.
Yeah, we can't say
Really?
Yeah, it's a dog whistle now. Yeah. Yeah.
What isn't?
White people ruined
it.
Wasn't based a dog whistle for a while?
Yeah, I refuse to give it to him.
Yeah, I'm still gonna use it.
Yeah. Allow it. But Electric Boogaloo is, huh? Why?
Yeah.
What happened that made that?
You win some, you lose some.
Was it the guys that was it
like
the campus
Trump
guys with the tiki torches? Were those the Boogaloo
no.
boys?
It's people who want a second civil war.
What?
So they said they want Civil War II Electric Boogaloo. So they became the Boogaloo movement.
Jesus fucking Christ. These people ruin everything.
What can you do? I mean, that's just the way it is, huh?
Handle your people, Dijak.
Yeah.
Of course they're white. Of course.
Yeah.
Black people don't want another civil war.
Wait a minute. The first one went so well for them, I would say, no?
We only have something to lose in the second one.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
We had nothing to lose in the first one.
That's true. No, you make an excellent point there. You're right. I was thinking like every civil war would make it better, like
we're getting more over. It's just another W.
You guys see the Civil War movie? That was actually not bad.
Captain America Civil War? Yeah.
No. Fuck, what was it called? I think it was called Civil War. Chat, help me out here. Kirsten Dunst was in it for some reason. She was actually really good.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
No, like
you love
older
Gams, I'll tell you what.
Older Kirsten Dunst is
Keep going.
Yeah. She's she brings it on.
Well, I know what she's bringing on.
She brings it on.
Oh, I believe you.
Bring it on to Electric Boogaloo.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Don't say
it. I say we do it. I say we do it, and we go over twice, and then the South will have to be recognized as jobbers because they lost twice.
You're in the South. You both live in
Florida. Florida is not the South.
No? Oh, what is it? The North?
It's the deep
South. It's sort of God, what would you call it? It's a liminal space, you know. It's kind of like purgatory. It's not
Oh,
really
Yeah,
one
because
of
it's
those-
mostly the people who live here are from New York. They're old and retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair point.
Doink says Dijak looks like the kind of guy who only watches war movies. I think that's true.
He does, and it's partially true. How do you feel about Dunkirk?
Partially true. How do I feel about what?
Dunkirk.
Oh God, I hate Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
I'll secede that I might look
Whoa,
like.
whoa.
Do you wish that it went differently?
Whoa. We don't need any more white boys seceding, okay? That caused a lot of problems.
The second I said secede, I was like, oh, that's a little too topical for what we're talking about. I'll admit that I do probably look like someone who watches nothing but war movies.
You look
But
like
I
someone
am
who
very-
would collect like World War II memorabilia.
Mm,
Dum dum.
I own no World War II memorabilia.
You know,
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
you look like
100
somebody who
bits.
wouldn't celebrate Black History Month.
Crazy
that's
dude.
not fair.
Crazy dude. Need to know
I
Dijak's opinion.
routinely celebrated Black
What
History
did
Month.
you do?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Did you search
lost
Ebony even once this month?
I lost to Keith Lee. I lost to Swerve. No, I didn't lose to Swerve. I think
This
I beat
month?
Swerve back in February. It was 5 years ago, but
Dijak, what's your opinion on the great city of Milwaukee?
Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
it's a city. It's a city. I've never the people of Milwaukee are very like proud of Milwaukee, and I've never quite gathered why, because there's nothing like tangible.
You know what city I want to put over? I want to put over Salt Lake City. Shout out to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I mean, at least Salt Lake City has like a theme. Like, what's the theme of Milwaukee?
The theme of Salt Lake
Beer.
City is multiple wives.
Beer.
It's beer, right? Milwaukee's like a big beer.
Milwaukee's got like tools. Also, they've got beer. They've got tools. Like lots of states have that.
Beer and cheese. That's like
Jeffrey
Wisconsin.
Dahmer.
There's
Jeffrey
nothing
Dahmer?
wrong with
Jeffrey
Milwaukee.
Dahmer,
It's not
that's
like
big for you guys.
yeah. It's not like Baltimore
Gay
where it's
icon.
like ooh, Baltimore. Like
Oh, Dijak!
yeah.
Stuckton says Dijak beat Swerve, but he sold a discus clothesline like Swerve was Rikishi. Holy shit! Stuckton, are you somebody's burner? Are you somebody's burner? Because when that happened, we all shat on Dijak. We all buried him relentlessly.
Just Mansoor, just Manny.
You did a shooting star press on that
Manny was
clothesline,
so
and
angry.
this was Swerve 50 pounds
you
ago.
could do it. You could do it for 260 Swerve right now.
This was Swerve.
Right now, there'd be no issue. Other than I probably would land on my head because I'm not as athletic as I was 6 years ago. But yeah, that was probably the peak of my excessive selling back then.
What is MXM's? Huh?
In my defense,
No,
Swerve
please.
was so giving to me in that match, and he gave me the clothesline as one of his big moves, and I was like, well, how do I make his clothesline feel like it's this super impactful finish? In hindsight, it was probably visually like silly, but that's what my thought process was at the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your students that you did that.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Well,
I'm gonna
All
hack
right.
into
Cancel
one of your
their-
classes.
Yeah, we're gonna show up. We're gonna show up to one of your Zoom calls eating chips like Ryback.
All
All right, let's continue with this booking. We have the NWO kids debuting. Dijak, if it makes you feel any better, we can book somebody to come in and just kill them.
No, we don't want to get excessive with that. That's for main event angles only, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean literally. I mean somebody could just come in
Save murder for the main event.
and squash
but-
them.
I thought you meant literally because we've actually done that now.
That's
so
very true. We have done that. But consider it.
No, we don't need a
crossed the
run
line.
in. It's
Okay.
too much.
Hugh Morris is on a boat and gets raided by Shark Boy and his pirate gang.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
It was
Keeper,
supposed to be. It was supposed to be Samoa Joe, but his contract doesn't start for 6 days.
I like you more.
Brennan, you're gonna like this. It's a DDP vignette, and it goes from a recap to him getting shot in the main event of the pay-per-view.
Okay.
Mhm.
And the camera pans down to his leg with a bullet hole in it. And it's bleeding.
Uh-huh.
And or maybe we wanted it to be his hand. Oh yeah, we wanted it to be his hand. So he got shot in the hand, and it pans back up, and DDP's in the desert, right?
Okay.
And he's looking around, and he looks into the camera, and he says, "Diamond is unbreakable."
Ah, okay, I'm in. We
And
need,
then
he
he
needs
says-
something because he's freaking failing us.
And then he says, "You're all Diamond Dogs now," and it becomes Diamond Dogs Page.
Oh.
Wait, is this for both of us?
Yeah. So he's gonna become like an anti-hero tweener.
Crazy Diamond Dallas Page is a fire name.
Punish DDP, yeah. We also have, New Jack. New Jack debuts as the Vampire Hunter by barging into the locker room and saying, "Where the fuck the vampires at?" And he walks by, everybody's sitting around talking, and the bloodlines, all the vampires are sitting there, and he walks right by them, and he goes up to Vampiro and he says, "You!"
The bloodline is just in the locker room.
And he passes them, he completely ignores them, and he walks up to Vampiro and he goes, "Vampire!"
That
And
is bad
Vampiro's
branding.
like,
Does he stake him?
Vampiro's like, no, dude, it's just makeup. And he starts beating the shit out of him.
Nice.
You should just have him stake him.
No, because we got to build for the night. So then New Jack goes to Dusty Rhodes, the commissioner, and says, "I want Vampiro in a steak on a pole match."
Okay.
But Dusty was hungry, so he thought he meant steak on a pole.
Okay,
so the match is the match is New Jack versus Vampiro in a steak on a pole match. And at the end of the match, Vampiro grabs the steak, the juicy steak, and he's about to hit New Jack with it. Sean Stasiak comes out, and he's furious that one of the members of his race is being used as a weapon. So he grabs the steak and he runs off, which allows New Jack to hit his finish, which I think is just hitting Vampiro with like an oven and getting the pin.
Does this lead to like a budding friendship between Vampiro and New Jack, where he's like a reformed vampire?
A reformed vampire. Yeah, but that's what New Jack calls him, and Vampiro keeps saying, "I'm not a real vampire,
I
dude.
swear, I'm just a guy.
I'm not a real vampire."
Odd couple. Tale as old as time. I
New
like
Jack's
it.
like, I respect your gothic lifestyle.
Yeah, you can suck cow blood or some shit. You just can't eat humans.
He's got him sucking on rats. Listen,
hey, I got you
no more human blood. If you're gonna stick
I don't
with
drink,
me,
dude.
you gotta stay vegetarian.
Bro, I don't drink human blood. I really don't. It's like, I know you're trying to stay on the straight and narrow, bro. I appreciate that.
Don't worry, now suck this rat. He just gets him a woman.
All right. Do we still want to have chat continue to book, or do we want to take over?
No, I'll take over.
Bad.
Okay. All right, Jack. What do you think?
FTC. I mean, we need to start getting to the meat and potatoes of this, right? This is just TV, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We did have an excellent pay-per-view.
How much time is left?
68.
All right. Give me the final angle of the pay-per-view again, one more time, just so I have all the pieces in place.
Well, the final angle of the pay-per-view was that Shane McMahon won the World Heavyweight title and United States Championship, and he shot fireworks into the crowd, massacring thousands of people. But he shot DDP in the hand and then pinned DDP to win those belts. But the match was between him and Booker T, so Booker T did not get pinned.
So it was a triple threat match?
Not technically, but we had to make it one for the purpose of the game's system.
So Shane McMahon, who has a faction, does he have a faction?
Yes, the cooperation.
The cooperation. They're the main storyline of the whole show, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I believe.
And Booker T is our big baby face.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think we have Vader now because before he wasn't available, but his contract. No, we do not have Vader, even though he's in the stable. So right now the cooperation only has Shane McMahon, Mickey James, Sable, and Ted DiBiase.
Okay. But Shane purchased the company in spite of his
Yes.
father, and he's
Yes.
okay. All right. So
Oh,
Shane,
and by the way, I forgot to tell you, chat picked the venue tonight. We're in Hawaii, and we're only expecting about 400 people.
oh, why did we do
But
that?
is it the full arena though?
Yeah, it's a 500
Just
capacity.
a small arena. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's 500 capacity. We only expect 400.
Well, I'm sure it's a big walk-up town. I don't know.
Dijak,
Yeah.
as we get to the booking of the main event, might I suggest we use the environment of Hawaii?
Well,
Perhaps.
well played.
Perhaps a volcano.
All right. So,
Do we want to do a
is
scaffold match in a
Booker T,
volcano?
is Booker T dead or was he resurrected?
No, he's alive. He just has a bionic leg.
He just lost a match.
Got shot. Who got shot and killed?
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay. DDP. Or no, Shane shot Booker T in the kneecap.
Yeah.
He thought it killed him.
Yeah.
But then Booker T popped out of the coffin. And then because Shane McMahon thought Booker T was a ghost, he tried to perform an exorcism on Booker T, but it ended up causing his head to explode.
Yeah.
Like the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So the only thing that's with Booker T is that his leg was replaced by a robot leg.
Right.
And Shane McMahon is now currently the second Shane McMahon that was regrown from the DNA of the old Shane McMahon.
Right. That's right. Man, I'm such a good booker.
Booker of the year, some would say.
I remember you questioned it, and I said they'll believe what we tell them. Damn it! That was my explanation for how Shane McMahon comes back to life, which I fucking still believe in. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, we have Stevie Ray and we have Charmel. So.
Oh yeah, have we moved on the my brother, why have you forsaken me angle yet?
We haven't got into it yet, but I'm just saying that's an option.
What's the angle?
We have Booker's brother Stevie, and we have Charmel to use as tools in these stories.
Oh, okay. We'll get there. All right. So what match just finished? What was the angle that just finished?
New Jack versus Vampiro in a steak on a pole match.
All right, steak, pole, Stasiak, meat slap, all that good stuff. Boom. Commercial break. We come back from commercial, and here is a panorama view of the island of Hawaii, where we see a lovely volcano, and in the volcano we can spot something in the distance. Right, it's a dot in the lava of the volcano, and what it is your new WCW World Heavyweight Champion Shane McMahon riding a shark through the lava of the volcano. You can see him. He's right. The whole cooperation is behind him. They're all on sharks. They all have like the reins. You have the reins, not the Roman reins, but you have the reins of the thing through the shark's mouth. They're all riding the sharks through the lava of the volcano. As the volcano fucking explodes, they ride the lava. The lava, of course, lands in the arena. The patrons are burning. They're covered in lava. Here comes the money, or whatever his music is. They all land in the ring, fucking lava burning. Half the audience is on fire, but they don't care. The cooperation, they're getting heat, literal heat, as they burn. The audience members alive. A shark eats a referee. A shark eats a fan in the front row. The sharks are now fed, so they're all set. They slither off to the
slither.
Well, that's what sharks do when they're not in water or lava. The sharks powder. They take a powder to the back, and the cooperation is now in the ring to celebrate the new champion, Shane McMahon, the new champion of WCW, Shane McMahon, who, of course, has two handguns as well, and he's, firing. He's like Yosemite Sam, like celebrating with his handguns, like firing. Like, oh, I'm the world the champion of the world. I'm the rootinest, tootinest champion. He has a southern accent now because he's Shane McMahon too. Electric So Shane is, being celebrated. They're the fans are claiming that he jumped the shark, and he's saying, "No, I didn't." And they're saying, "Yes,
wait a minute.
did."
What do you mean the fans are claiming? How is they claiming it?
They're chanting it. They're saying, "You jumped the shark. You jumped the shark. You jumped the shark." And he's saying, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." And then he starts blasting.
And then he blows the shark's brains out that he wrote
Right?
it on. He says, "I didn't jump it. I killed it."
Yeah. He says, "If this is what I do to the things I love, what do you think I'll do to you?" Executes a shark right there. The shark's name was, George. He knew the shark well.
Can we cut to Shark Boy in the back just sobbing?
Yes.
Shark Boy's mom.
Yes.
It was Shark Boy's mom. Okay.
Yes. Actually, Shark Boy's music hits. We got a Shark Boy interrupt. He comes out to confront. And as he's cutting this impassioned promo about how I can't say that, about how passionate he is about sharks, and how they don't deserve that treatment. The cooperation obviously grabs him and brings him into the ring, and Shane, pulls he unmasks him. Yeah, he pulls his mask off.
He gets unmasked?
He puts a gun to Shark Boy's head, and he's about to execute Shark Boy when Booker T's music hits, right?
Okay.
Boo, ice, cold, right? And the cooperation standing there, the guns to Shark Boy's head.
Who?
Where is he? Who? They're putting they're telling him, like, get out of here, get out of here. All of a sudden the camera pans from the entranceway to the ring, and you see Booker T, and he's suddenly 9 feet tall because he has bionic legs now, and he's standing behind the cooperation, and they know that he's behind them. They all slowly turn around. Bump feed. Booker T just starts beating the dog shit out of the cooperation.
It's just Shane, Ted DiBiase, Mickey James, and Sable.
Yeah, but he's fucking bionic legging the shit out of all of them. Shane McMahon shoots him. He no-sells it, fires up, drops Shane McMahon with his finisher, holds up the championship with Shark Boy. They're all celebrating. The actual sharks have now turned on the cooperation. They're circling the ring. They start to eat at the cooperation. They're gnawing their legs as they drag them all to the back, kicking and screaming, and celebrating the Booker T standing strong in the middle of the ring. And that's the segment right there. Is that the closing segment though, or do we need a main event? Should we close on a match for once? Because we usually don't do that, but it might be nice to change it up every once in a while.
If we close on a match, it better be an RVD match.
Oh, a post nut clarity match. Let's call it that. Let's call it a post nut clarity match.
Post nut expedition.
PNC match.
Do we want to throw in the middle there Shane squashing Shark Boy?
I don't hate it. It's not gonna hurt, right?
Like as an official match?
Yeah.
No, I don't think there needs to be a match in there.
Okay.
Just a feigned execution.
So that's what PNC Bank means. Yes, I invested Post Nut Clarity Bank. Honestly, that would be the best bank to invest in because they're never going to mishandle your money. It's the wisest bank.
Not. They would not. The wisest bank.
Okay, so RVD has a post nut clarity match.
Yep, please.
Is it like RVD now is like enlightened? Like he speaks, he's like, I dare say that marijuana perhaps has negative effects on my lungs.
Yes, that's exactly what he does.
So it's RVD versus who?
You think we can get a banger out of Sheldon?
I
Or is he
the
not
Booker
over enough?
Booker and me wants to do versus Stacy Keibler, but obviously that would be a very bad match. So we can't justify that for
We're
the
having
TEW.
this match because we specifically need a good match.
Right. No. How about RVD versus Booker T while he's out there?
What's the finish?
Give me 15 minutes, Booker T up clean.
Interesting.
RVD's
We don't need to protect
RVD's not
do we?
champion yet, right? We're just building him up. It doesn't hurt. It's a main eventer. He's a main
Why
eventer.
is RVD wrestling Booker T as a result of his post-nut clarity, though?
Because he realizes that if he wants to climb the mountain, then he's going to go over the bionic leg.
That's right. That's right.
Interesting.
RVD's a heel now, right? He turned heel because
he didn't turn heel.
he cucked Sheldon Benjamin, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but
Doesn't
Sheldon is a heel.
Sheldon,
so if you cuck a heel,
Sheldon don't know what to do with all that.
This is a baby matchup?
Yes.
Well, Booker T up clean, and then they have their little
Handshake.
the
Arm raise.
post-match handshake. They have the post-match handshake, so do a quick little post-match angle where Shane McMahon Shane McMahon, who's only the top half of Shane McMahon because the bottom half got eaten by sharks. So he's on that Darth Maul like 8-legged thing. He's like a robot.
Darth Maul 8-legged thing.
He's on he runs in from behind and drops both of them with the championship belt from behind. And then it can't just be him standing tall. It needs to be more interesting than that. Hold on, give me a second. And he kidnaps both of them in his little mechanical like legs thing, drops down a cell, like a shark cage. It drops down a shark cage, and he imprisons both Booker T and Rob Van Dam in his shark cage that goes back up into his mechanical bottom, and he stands tall in the middle of the ring, having successfully
like in Kingdom Hearts.
Captured and kidnapped both Booker T and Rob Van Dam for an amazing cliffhanger to end the show.
That's pretty good.
So he's like Brennan. He's like an Iron Maiden from Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah. Iron Virgin is what you're thinking.
Iron Virgin.
Exactly like that.
Exactly.
I completely understand that Elden Ring reference.
You should just beat it like quietly and then just start talking about it now that we're all completely past
it. just every like fifth comment is like an actual true Elden Ring comment. And nobody has anything to add because you've already talked about it ad nauseum for the past 7 years.
That joke, like, how do you guys feel about post Nerf Radon? I feel like it lost a little bit of the challenge that made it epic.
I'm just so behind on everything. It would be the amount of chat that you and Shane contribute to that whatever show you're currently watching, where you drop one comment and then he says a rhetorical comment and then that's the end of the What show is that you guys watched
right now? Invincible.
Yeah, that one. Every time you talk about it, I think of that Mark Wahlberg movie, and I'm like, are they talking about the Mark Wahlberg movie?
You should go watch the first episode of Invincible after this.
Oh, that would require time.
It's not long.
Is it I assume it's an anime, since you and Shane are
it's not
talking
an
about
anime. It's an animated show, but it's an American show.
Okay.
I think it'll hook you.
I can't imagine it will.
I think it's a superhero show.
Me getting hooked to something at this point in my life would require either someone else that I know and love dearly to also be hooked to it.
That's us.
That's me and Shane. Or for me to have to independently dedicate myself to it and decide that that's what I'm going to do on like plane rides and stuff.
It's very great for a plane ride.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very rare that you're so disconnected. You're not disconnected. You're definitely terminally online, but you're so disconnected from this
reality.
No, from this show, like you won't know what the twist is at the end of the first episode, and I'd be interested, even if you don't watch the rest of the show, I kind of just want to know what you think about the first episode.
Oh, all right. What's it on?
Prime.
So I have to buy it, or it's free on Prime?
If you have Amazon Prime, then you can watch it.
Oh, shit. All right. All right. How long is it? Like 40 minutes?
Yeah, probably at most.
I'll give it a.
Oh, by the way, we have an angle where Tajiri, whose name is now Yoshihentai Tajiri.
Why do you keep doing this?
He's the $5,000 champion, which is not a belt. It's just $5,000.
Yeah, I like that angle.
He won it at the pay-per-view, and the angle is that you don't get to use the money until the very end of the year, December 31st. And every match you have is for the $5,000.
Interesting.
So just keep that in mind. Vix the Thunderboy has a pretty good... Oh, we also decided Chat had an idea where... You ever watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
So what's Tony's son's name? It's AJ, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's AJ, Anthony Jr. So one of the pre-show incidents was that AJ Styles has a crush on Dawn Marie, who is in storyline Tony Schiavone's wife. So we're doing an angle where AJ is now AJ Schiavone, Tony's adopted son, and we're going to do an incest angle.
I like it.
Was AJ wrestling in 2001?
Oh, yeah. He was in WCW. Legit.
Jesus fucking
Yeah, we
Christ.
didn't even have to buy him.
So the idea that Vix Thunderboy has is Kenny Omega walks up to Tajiri backstage, who's holding a cup. Kenny marks out about Japan and how he would be honored to face him. And since he's broke, he would like to do it for the $5,000 title. Tajiri says he cashed the title and spent all the money on porn. Kenny shoves Tajiri for doing such a dishonorable deed. Tajiri sips from the cup and green mists Omega. Omega is blinded and bumps into Don Schiavone. AJ Schiavone starts to beat up Kenny. Dusty separates them and books Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. There's something there.
Kenny Omega was wrestling in 2001?
He is on our roster and he is 17 years old.
Oh, all right. Jesus Christ.
So it's an option. But we haven't done anything with the Schiavones tonight yet.
Yeah, he also books the Joshi.
He's on the booking committee. That's right.
Christ.
Yeah.
Look at that AJ picture. That's wild.
Yeah, he was in a tag team with Air Paris.
Oh, boy. Good for him.
So why don't we do an angle where Don and Tony
make out?
Make out.
Right.
And then in the last 10 seconds, they say, oh, yeah, and we adopted AJ Styles.
Love it. Book it.
it's like 2 minutes of just uncomfortable makeout.
2? Yeah, this is going to be a 4-minute angle, bro. Actually,
uncomfortable makeout, and then they just turn to the camera, and they're just like, oh, yeah, and we adopted AJ Styles.
I want you guys to tell Tony Schiavone that you booked this angle, and I want you to tell me what his real-life reaction is to that. Can you do that for me?
Of course. That's pretty base. This is the most based idea in the history of our sport.
That would make me so happy.
Man, we're like, Tony, I didn't know you were chill like that.
We have a lot of angles.
You want to be on AEW Games with us?
That would be based.
You want to play TEW with us on AEW Games?
Oh, and we need to tell... Yeah, you're right. We need to tell Shelton how we booked him in this.
That we can definitely do.
Yeah.
Would you believe what my wife told me today?
My
wife. I'm talking to my wife about... I don't know how it came up, but we were on the name Sheldon. And she said, why is the name Sheldon like the black version of Shelton? And I was like,
Hmm.
what? Shirley is the opposite. When I hear Sheldon, I
Yeah,
think
the other way, right? I was going to say the other
right.
way.
Yeah, that's why I was
Sheldon
shocked.
is-
I was like,
Sheldon is
Sheldon is the
white.
white version of Shelton.
Shelton, yeah, for sure.
But she was like, I've only known black Sheldons. And I was like, I don't know
Oh,
any Sheldons.
Sheldon's the goofy nerd from The Big Bang Theory.
That's why we changed his name.
Yeah, and Shelton is Shelton Benjamin. So yeah,
Chat,
I
name
mean,
some
those are
Sheldons and Sheltons.
the only two I know. Isn't one a turtle or something? So what's
No,
the
that's
turtle?
Franklin you're thinking of.
Franklin. Shit. That's Bobby's real name is Franklin. Right?
Franklin.
That's how yes.
No, it's his name is Roberto Franklin Lashley.
Is that real? Is that
His
true?
name is Roberto.
Yes.
Is it Roberto? That's
Roboido.
awesome. That's awesome. That's way better than Bobby.
I think he's quietly like a little bit Spanish. Like he's like Panamanian or something like that.
Ooh.
He's a little exotic.
Ooh. Roberto.
Okay, so I'm doing AJ Shivani and Chris Moltisanti versus Yoshi Hentai Tajiri and Kenny Omega, and the angle is going to be that Tajiri realizes he only loses the $5,000 if he gets pinned, so he leaves Kenny in the ring.
Nice.
Okay. 19 more minutes to proceed.
Oy vey. To a bra and panties match. they never do
20
well. They
minutes?
always fucking tank the rating. They literally never do that. I don't know. I desperately want them to draw a good rating, and they never fucking do. So I don't know what to do.
Do you want to do a Sin City Super Soaker match?
It'll do shit ratings. I don't want to do any of it anymore because they never fucking do well. If I knew it was going to do well, I would book 10 a show, but it doesn't. It never does well.
What? How can we get a good rating out of women in this game? What do we have to do?
I don't know.
Joshi.
It's like
Mansoor, go hire Bull Nakano. Go get her.
All right.
We'll do an exhibition.
hold on.
We'll do an
Let's
exhibition
try-
of her beating like 3 American
I think
strippers.
whoever coded TEW got like retroactively offended by like lingerie stuff and made it all get shit ratings. Like stand up to indifference or whatever.
Am I blind? I don't see gender.
I don't see gender either.
No, I don't mean that.
Still progressive. Well done.
It's not in status?
Well, why don't you look up race?
This is bizarre.
I don't see gender as a very.
Oh, okay.
I don't see gender doesn't feel as bad as I don't see race.
Oh, by the way,
That's what I was trying to.
Brennan, Sean Stasiak is now a revert. His name is Shawarma Stasiak.
What?
And
his gimmick is halal meat.
What's the version of PMS? Give me PMS.
The prophet.
The Prophet Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Yep, PMS. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So who is the girl that we put in a burqa to be in this stable?
Who do we got?
I think the best heat would probably be Tori Wilson, right? She's not doing anything.
Or we could get we can get our first Japanese girl and then sneak her into the country.
Why would you need to sneak her? It's not 1942.
It'll be fine. Just we're playing.
It's 2001. Like, why would you need to sneak the Japanese?
The show's in Hawaii. It's actually pretty close.
It's actually not far.
Oh, that's why they won't let a Japanese person in, because it's Hawaii.
How about you? Why do we have a single Samoan? Surely, if we did, we'd have the arena full of their family.
Why would a Samoan? But it's Hawaii.
Yeah, it's not that far. There's not a lot of there's no Hawaiians in wrestling, but there's Samoans.
Samoa Joe Biden. We have.
Oh,
well, he
yeah,
doesn't
we do.
start. Yeah, he doesn't start for another 6 days or so.
We've
All right,
got
so who do you
0
want in this-
Anawais. What
Who
are
do
we
you want in
doing?
this bra and panties match? Tori.
Put some men in there and make it a comedy match.
Okay, that is going to be even worse. I promise you.
Oh.
Just pick the hottest chicks and make it a short match and hope for the best.
All right, fine.
So Tori and what? Stacy?
Stacy again? Isn't she in a segment like right after this?
Okay, she already had sex with someone.
That's what I'm saying.
Why didn't she have post nut clarity?
Because hey, she did nut. All right.
Yeah. RVD
I mean,
and shambles.
RVD was zooted, bro. He could not get it up.
It was only 4 minutes.
It was only 4 minutes. Yeah.
He had to get it up. He has post-nut clarity.
He had one of those those floppy comes.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Yeah.
He was pushing rope. I love that term so much. Pushing rope.
Disgusting.
It's repulsive. It's repugnant.
It is.
Could it be? It is.
It's pushing rope. Who can we make pushing rope right now?
Pushing rope.
Can we change Jushin Liger's name to Pushing Thunder Rope?
Pushing Thunder Rope.
We don't have Jushin. We have Curry Man.
Change his name to Pushing Rope and put him with Yoshi Hentai Tajiri.
I'm changing his name to Pushing Rope Man.
He's from Japan. It's actually pronounced Pushin.
Pushin. All right, what do we call their team name?
What was the name of that porn store in Japan we went to?
I don't know.
I'll look
Double Dojin? Double Hentai Heroes? Yeah, Pushing Hentai. Pushing Hentai is pretty good.
Pushin Hentai, please.
Pushin.
Goon love. The DNC do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh yeah, we have Team Canada, Lance Storm and Mike Awesome, and they're really great workers. So just be aware of that.
Do we have we have time for another match, right?
All our fucking teams are heels, by the way, so that's a problem. Except for Pushin Hentai, that's the only babyface team we have. Just be aware of that.
Do we have any tag matches on the show?
Yeah, we have the Shivani's versus Yoshi Hentai Tajiri and Kenny Omega. Should we set up Pushin Love by having Tajiri and Pushin Rope do some kind of backstage segment?
Have Pushin Rope be the mysterious driver who gets Yoshi Hentai Tajiri away from Kenny Omega.
Mysterious driver? What do you mean by that?
Oh wait, I thought there was a match for $5,000.
Yeah, Tajiri leaves because he realizes as they're losing that if he doesn't get pinned, he doesn't lose the money.
Oh,
so
if he doesn't get pinned, got it. Yeah, so have Pushin Rope pick him up.
Maybe Kenny should approach Tajiri and basically be like, "What the fuck, man? Why'd you leave me?" And then Pushy Rope just blasts him from behind and says, "Ha ha, weeaboo, gaijin." And they just laugh.
It's Christopher Daniels doing an accent.
Yes, exactly. make fun of the Gaijin Ryabu.
And then Kenny is left on the ground like, oh, my Kawaii Japan couldn't have done this to me.
Pushin Rope Man. Kenny Omega!
New challenger.
All right, we're almost there.
You guys seen the new Shrek trailer?
No.
Shrek, they aged.
Oh no.
They look old. We've got a teenage daughter played by Zendaya.
For real?
Yeah,
That's some Ice Age 4 type shit.
it really is.
All right, we can probably finish this off if we just do one more match.
Who's not booked?
That's important. The
John
Terminator,
Cena
of
got a
course.
match?
Yeah, no, John Cena doesn't have a match.
Give him a squash. A squash.
Yeah.
Okay, against
squash.
who?
Somebody good.
Maybe, how about freaking Hugh Morris?
Somebody good and old. God almighty.
I love how you were thinking about it. Yeah, maybe I don't know, Hugh Morris.
Look up our roster in terms of overness and not booked.
We have Lash LaRue.
Overness and not booked.
All right, I'll do recognizable, well known maybe. Lance Storm, Mr. Perfect, Bam Bam Bigelow,
What
who is
about
our
Mike
For the
Awesome?
Whale champ. Yeah, that'd actually be a good match.
Yeah.
Do
Don't
it.
make it a squash. Make it competitive.
Do it. Yeah. He can move past squashes at this point. Have him have some good fucking matches.
And then have him cut a scathing shoot promo on Mike Awesome immediately after.
Is this
Got it.
tradition?
I must save the future by killing kayfabe.
Mike Awesome? More like Mike sucks. Oh,
Boo. Oh no.
trying to think of the best. I'm gonna change the setting on this because it's really pissing me off.
It's really PMSing you.
Yeah. He has an awesome bomb.
Are Mysterio
That's scathing.
and Cole booked tonight?
No.
Not booked, Terry.
Oh, we also never booked the NWO Kids angle. Should we just not do it? Should we have?
No,
Should
make
we
them
have
our
them
beer.
announce?
Make them our beer.
Commentary announces the NW Kids are coming.
And it's like
All right, Robin
NWO
versus
theme, but it's using the Rugrats instruments.
Do 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 do. It's like a lullaby. All right, Robin versus Sheldon, RVD, and Stacy Live Sex Celebration, Albino Bull. Commentary announced the NW Kids are coming. Terminator shoot promo. Oh, that has to be reversed order. Terminator Mike Awesome. Terminator shoot promo on Mike Awesome. I'll just I'll say that it's Terminator versus Team Canada. Let's make this a storyline. Waka wa hey hey.
Are we getting raided? Thanks for the raid. Dude named Tracy.
Don and Tony make out, and then the last 10 seconds announced they adopted AJ Styles. The Shivani's beat Yoshi Hentai, Tajiri, and Kenny Omega. Hugh Morris is on a boat and he gets raided by Shark Boy and his pirate Dang. New Jack passes the bloodlines to hunt Vampiro. Stacey Cleaver versus Tori Wilson, Braun Panties. Diamond Dogs, Paige Vignette. New Jack requests a steak on a pole match. Dusty thinks he meant steak. New Jack versus Vampiro, steak on a pole match. Shane McMahon riding a lava shark in a volcano. Lava pours into the crowd and burns people alive. Shane is about to execute Shark Boy. Booker makes the save. Push and rope into Tajiri, make fun of the Gaijin Weeaboo, Kenny Omega. Post-nut clarity match, RVD versus Booker T. RVD Booker handshake. Shane arrives with spider bionic legs, imprisons Booker and RVD in a shark cage.
So that means the next episode we have back has to be a boss fight where somebody fights Shane in the bionic cage robot and has to free the other wrestlers from the cage.
Wow. All right. Are we ready to do the show?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure everything looks okay. Fuck it. Here we go. Let's see how WCW does after their all-time great pay-per-view in the first show after their huge pay-per-view. Will we overtake WWF? Let's start.
Tonight is the night.
Starting off with RVD versus Sheldon Benjamin, a match that got a 71.
Pretty good.
Next up, we got the RVD Live Sex Celebration, which got a 59.
Oh.
Almost 69.
Next up, we have the announcement of the NWO Kids being announced, which got a 54.
Oh.
Next up, we got Terminator versus Mike Awesome, which got a 64.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Next up, we got Cena's scathing shoot promo, which gets a 69. Nice. Next up, we got AJ Styles making out Tony Schiavone, 35.
You know what we didn't have? We didn't have enough.
What?
Usually I pepper in like 3 or 4 backstage things throughout the whole show that drive the rating up. We totally forgot to do all of that.
Next up, we got the tag team match, the Shivani's versus Yoshi Hentai and Kenny Omega, which got a 60. Next up, this Hugh Morris Shark Boy Pro segment gets a 33.
WCW is on fire right now.
This is what we do. Handle changes. Oh, shit.
What did he do?
I got a 52
Ugh.
for New Jack hunting Vampiro. Wow.
No more women.
Yikes.
No more women.
The fans came to see men's wrestling, and so we're not happy to see Stacey Keebler.
Oh!
Unbelievable.
Burst. Shame on you.
Yikes.
Shame on you.
I like that these fans are watching the 2 hottest women ever in a Braun Daddy's match, and they're like, where's the men? Where's the men? I didn't come to see women.
I somehow took something that by definition is like inherently sexist and somehow made it more sexist. Like somehow they pulled the Uno reverse card and they're like, no, we're sexist and we only like men. So get the fuck out.
I have an idea. I have an idea. Going forward, we need to have a faction of women who are fighting for their rights and say that the W in WCW stands for women.
Yes.
And they're going to be our new RTC.
Yeah.
Except they're reverse RTC. They want more Braun Panties matches.
And the fans just boo them because they're like, get the fuck
no!
put some clothes on. Put some clothes on.
Please don't strip. Please don't strip. The Diamond Dogs page vignette gets an 88.
That's great.
Yeah. Good.
Next up, we have New Jack asking for a stake on a pole match. It gets a 68. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. New Jack versus Vampiro got a 59.
Okay.
A Turner gimmick? That's fine. The angle with Shane McMahon riding a fucking shark got a 70.
Nice.
That's it. God damn.
The angle featuring Booker T and Shark Boy and Shane McMahon got a 69.
Oh.
It says
We just loaded all the Shane segments at the end.
It says Shark Boy performed poorly in this segment.
Oh, no.
You asked for him to cut an emotional promo. You're like, you know what? That was my mom.
It's about sharks.
The Weeaboo Gaijin thing got a 41. All right, I think the main event is next, so this is really going to make or break the show.
Please.
It's Booker T versus RVD.
Please, boys, please.
It's gotta be good.
Here we go.
RVD carry, please.
Please.
73.
Yeah.
And then the final angle of the show got a 87.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Shane. Oh, come on.
Which means
put us in the fucking 80s.
The
Give me
final
an 80.
rating. The final rating
Give
of
me
the
an
show is
80.
79.
Oh.
I blame the chat. They
I'll
booked
take
half of this card.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Close enough. Close enough.
Yeah. We did put on, yeah. No, I mean, it's a learning experience, for sure.
Yeah, learn to never let the chat book a show again.
But hey, we did gain popularity.
Diamond Dog's page is a big
notice how the chat booked the first half of the show and all that tanked, and then as it went to the end,
you booked the Broad Patties match, which got the lowest rating of any segment ever.
In my defense, I said not to because it would tank, and you insisted that we'd put it in, so you convinced me.
Chat actually saved DDP's career.
That's true. The DDP angle was really hot. That's going to help us a lot.
Who are we thinking we give him as Diamond Dogs?
His Diamond Dogs?
Yeah.
Finley? Can we get Finley back?
I don't hate it.
No.
Who would be good as a Diamond Dog? What kind of person are we looking for as Diamond Dogs?
Like kind of cool, mysterious men that look like they'd be like bros.
Sabu?
Sabu?
Yeah, he feels like a Diamond Dog, right?
Roadkill? Prince Nana?
Prince Nana.
Monty Brown, the alpha male?
That's not a... every group of military men needs a black guy. Everybody needs a... who's the guy
that goes, hoorah!
Who's the guy?
Yeah, exactly. Jamie Noble, I think, would probably be pretty good.
He'd be a good... Hey, man.
Ooh.
I'd follow you to the ends of the earth, boss.
I just had the best idea. Do you know who would be an amazing Diamond Dog?
Who?
Boring.
Hold on, I want to see how Raw did. Wait, where'd everybody go?
What?
Brennan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hey. Let's see how Raw did. Raw drew 16,674 fans. We drew 404. Raw got an 89.
Only 10 points better.
Hey, it's actually not as bad as you think.
We're in shooting distance.
We are. On their main channel, they drew 3.6 million viewers.
Okay.
And we drew 2.8. We're getting there.
We're getting there, chat.
Chad, thanks for helping us out tonight. Thanks for joining us. And always remember, don't book broad panties matches. Men hate it.
No more women.